Ah, there we go. I'm gonna send a link out.
My boy Ben got the smooth cut ski.
Hey yo, chill, chill. This what we doing now? That's what we doing. We just go. We. This
He
what we
giving you
doing
your
now?
props.
Wow, that's
Give
crazy.
you them W.
That's
I'm give you
crazy.
that W cut. Who your barber, bro?
Yeah, I know, I
Let me
know,
come.
I
Let me
know,
come to
I
him.
know.
Let
It's
me
like
come to
that.
him.
I know, I know, I know. Hold on.
Facts. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm finna comment right now. Give me mod, bro.
I gave Lucas. I think I just gave Lucas. Yo, what's good, Lucas? What's good, y'all? Got a Star Pack show today, episode 60. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Throwdown, man. Another episode here with the boys. Yo, I'm Ghost Media. It's been a minute, bro.
You keep saying that shit. God
Nah,
dang. Like
it really,
it
it
has been
really,
a minute. It's been like a couple months.
yeah, yeah. It's been
I
a minute, man. How you
mean,
doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I've been quiet the last few months with everybody because I've been trying to. I ain't really tell nobody, but I got burnt out of making content for a little bit. But then I found not really my rhythm, but I found like a new motivation on how I wanted to make my videos specifically. So, when you hit me up, that you hit me up at the perfect time because I finally got confident in my content again. I got that flow back, so that's why I wanted to
Nice.
get back on everything, you know.
Yes, sir.
And I miss y'all, you know. I'm always around supporting y'all, of course, and liking y'all videos and stuff. Trust me, I've been around. I just
For
been
sure,
kind of trying to find my way.
Nah, that's a
for
vibe. That's a
sure.
vibe for sure. Glad you
Yes,
ate it.
sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate that.
Yo,
I'm
go to
here to
go to
talk to
Jay.
y'all.
Oh,
What's good with you?
you know me. You know me. I'm just living. You know what I'm saying. But go ahead and slide that. You slide that mod down there. You feel me? I already said slide,
I
but
got you. I got
you know
you.
what
I
I'm saying.
got you, bro. I
But
got
you know me. I'm just living. Rumors are the Falcons might get Jesse Bates and Lamar Jackson. But we're not saying nothing though. Like so,
Who they
you.
trading
just keep
for
it
it
Ooh,
though?
moving.
Who they trading for it?
Jesse Bates,
Yeah,
free
who they
agent.
trading?
Lamar, they were talking about all our picks.
It'd be worth it.
The entire
yeah.
draft.
But I'm just as long as we're not getting rid of Kyle Pitts, all them niggas. I don't. Hey, bro, do what you got to do, bro. Like I personally, like I already told y'all, I tell y'all this every time. I want us to get us at least some more defense and another weapon for our
Mm-hmm.
guy, just to make it like our offense not so only Kyle Pitts and Drake London heavy, and more than just you get two outside threats. You still got Kyle Pitts going. You got our defense getting solid, getting together. Then we've been cool. You know what I'm
Mix it up with the Cordero Patterson, Tyler Algier. All they need
saying?
is
You
like
feel
one
me?
more offensive lineman. If they had
That's
Lamar on that team, that offense would be nice. I ain't
That's what
gonna
I'm saying.
lie.
Our
Crazy.
O line was
I ain't
already
gonna lie.
solid as hell. Our line was crazy, like crazy good this year. You know what I'm saying? All we needed, was, like I said, like I already told you, with this pick right now, if we get Lamar, I already told you, I tell y'all this every time. I want us to hold off on that. You feel me? I want us to hold off till next year. But if we get him now, then at this point, we're going all out on free agency because we're gonna be too good. He gonna give us the LeBron effect and us going to the playoffs and we're getting halted right there in the playoffs. You feel me? So
Not to mention
yeah,
that division's ass.
yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure. No, the division is trash.
Whole
So
division's
I
trash.
really I would have no doubt that we win out that division. Like when I say win out, like we'd be at the top of the division. My
Oh
whole
hell
thing
yeah.
is, my whole thing is, like I said, bro, we don't have another weapon. We're not to complement both Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Then it's gonna be like we're still in a spot, and our defense isn't getting any better at that point when we paying that man 250 mil this year coming up this year. That'd be crazy.
Mm.
That's why I said next year. Hey, I'm all for it because I know we're gonna be better. We're gonna have more weapons. We're gonna have everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, D man, first time on the show, man. Welcome,
Man,
welcome, bro.
appreciate you, man. Thanks
What's
for
going
having
on,
me.
man?
How y'all doing?
What's going
Chilling.
on?
You
All
want
right.
to tell the people about yourself, bro?
All right, man. I'm D Man, as he just said, Low Key Sports Podcast. Y'all can catch me on TikTok, Instagram, Player Choice, Gridiron. Home team Atlanta, as you can see, we got the Hawks right
Yes,
here.
sir.
I
Yes,
just ain't
sir.
had my Falcon hat is actually in the house, so I was on the run, and bro said they need me on the show, so I stopped what I was doing really and jumped on. But
For
I
sure,
heard
for
y'all was
sure.
talking about the Falcons, so I'm like, okay, this sounds like my kind of take, right? What's going on? I
Hey,
like this, man.
you stay in ATL?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's a vibe for sure.
yeah,
Me and you,
All
hey,
right.
we holding it down.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. So been down for a long time, man. I'll tell you that, man. Been down, man.
For sure.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir. Yo, Rounder, how you doing, bro?
Doing pretty good, man. Been vibing. TikTok's been nice to me recently, so we feeling good.
Yes, sir. And then on the right, got my boy Sports Talk, man. We gonna get to you.
Yeah, I
What type of
already
shit
know it's
come on?
coming. I already know it's coming. Roundup said that
Ooh.
the sports world's been nice to him. I already know it's not about to be nice to me. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Roundup, you did it with the Jags this last offseason, and this is gonna be mine. This is gonna be mine. So I
Yes,
mean,
sir. Yes, sir. But
Okay.
before we get to that, man, let's get started. So, top of the show, man, it's big. Something big happened in the NBA. Russell Westbrook bought out from the Jazz, is now with the Clippers. Just want to hear what y'all thoughts about that, man.
I would have rather
Whoever
have
wants
saw
to
him in
start.
Miami. Honestly, I think his mentality fit better with Miami. Jimmy Butler, Bam. I mean, those guys, their
Yeah.
mindset almost. I mean, if just fit like a glove with what Russell Westbrook and with Kawhi, especially Kawhi, with the way he's been just not playing in general. I mean, I just don't feel like that's Russell Westbrook's style. Russell Westbrook's that kind of old school kind of guy where he's going to go out there every game and give you his heart every single night. And when he
Mhm.
sees someone else on his team not doing it, I think it's going to definitely discourage him.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Okay.
already have to push back on that. I'm not gonna lie. I have to push back on one of those things. Look, so my whole thing is I did agree with you before on the Miami thing, but now that I look back at it, not even look back at it, it's just not a good fit for him. Like mentality wise, you're right. They always anything that's nitty gritty, all that stuff. Even though that man Russ was looking like a clown when he kept talking about some have some fun, even though it's true, it is true to have some fun. But like
Just have
all
some
that
fun,
nitty gritty,
man. Win, lose, or draw, have some fun.
like I could tell he was out of there at that point. But I'm not gonna lie. But I get what you're saying on that part. Yeah, that's a fact. He is like the nitty gritty. He's with that. You know what I'm saying? But for him to work as a player, he needs guys that's gonna space the floor out for him. And Miami does not have to, cannot offer that for him. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler, he's not a shooter like that. As much as I want to say Bam can space the floor because he can shoot a mid range from here and from whenever he can, whenever he does, and he can hit it. We know he can, but that's still not enough for Russell Westbrook to operate for him to be able to do Russell Westbrook things. Now you're pairing him back
Mhm.
up with Paul George, who can create with the ball in his hands, and he can play without the ball, just like also Kawhi, who could play without the ball in his hands too. And if anything, like you said, it wouldn't discourage him, but it would more be a team morale thing when Kawhi's not playing. Because when Russ is seeing stuff like that, he likes to confront it, get all your face, and some people aren't like that. You know what I'm saying? And so
that's
it creates
facts.
like divide in the locker room, and they get mad at each other. And, Russ being a strong-minded individual, he don't care. He's not taking none of that stuff. You feel me?
Well, yeah, and with
So,
Russ and the whole thing about the people not spacing the floor enough for him. I mean, I watched him do this with Steven Adams MVP seasons or
yeah,
an
in his
MVP season
MVP
and
season,
multiple years on an
Yeah.
in his
MVP caliber
MVP
level.
season,
So to say that you have to have the floor spaced out is not necessarily completely true, but it's definitely for where he is right now in his career, it's definitely a lot more vital. I agree.
In his MVP season, he's a different player from there now because he was also hitting the mid range at a lot higher clip than he was. He could also
Agreed.
make free throws
That's why
better.
I said I agree
He
with
can't do
what
any
you're
of that
saying for
stuff now.
now.
Like the mid
Yeah.
range stuff, it still hasn't been able to drop. We've seen that multiple times. His free throw percentage, if anything, has gotten even worse from what it was. So like, it's getting real bad. It's really he's just a guy that can create a lot of rim pressure. He can play defense here and there, but like I think his defense will raise up with the team he's with now for sure. He's still an elite playmaker, whether or not people want to face that truth or not. He still is very, very elite. But him being on a team like with him and Steven Adams, he still had guys like I'm in his MVP season, he had like guys like Victor Oladipo and that stuff,
Yeah,
Sabonis, who was
yeah.
still able
Mm-hmm.
to shoot, who was still
Yeah.
able to
Yeah,
shoot the
facts.
ball. And
Facts.
in general, when you play a team, when you're playing with a team that just can't space the floor out, we saw it with the Lakers. When you cannot space the floor, you will not win unless you find a brand of basketball where you shoot in mid ranges. You're playing elite defense and still making your shots on the mid range. You got to be making your shots.
Mhm.
They weren't doing that. So when he's on a team where he can't even flourish as a player and where his skill set is going to be valued as a player, he would just be the same place that he was in the Lakers, and people will still talk
Well,
crap
the
about him.
Lakers don't play how they should play. They should play to attack the basket, and they just want to play like they want to shoot threes. They just want to make a 3-point contest. Anthony Davis does not belong in the fucking perimeter. I don't care what
Not
anybody says.
anymore. Yeah,
He
no,
don't
not
belong in the
anymore.
perimeter. Neither does LeBron.
Mhm.
There is no person that can stop LeBron on the drive. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
There's
but you
no.
can't
There's like
keep
maybe
driving to
3
the
people
paint
in
when
the
the
league
paint's
right now.
clogged. LeBron can't drive to the paint when the paint's clogged. Like they finally got the shooters around him for him to be able to do that. Before
Yeah.
LeBron, I will give you that. LeBron has dropped in 3-point percentage, but to be fair to LeBron, he is taking even more threes. I'm pretty sure he's taking at than last year where he was shooting way better, and the year before that. And on top of that, when he was him taking those threes, they're letting him take them because what are you gonna do if you don't make them? You're not coming in the paint on us because no one else on your team can shoot. Y'all not
That's
gonna
fair.
win a game
That's
by shooting
fact.
us.
Yeah.
shooting on us. And
That's
I
right.
agree with you on the AD thing. AD hasn't been a great shooter. He was a really just a misconception about him, anyways. He could knock down a three here and there, but he wasn't oh yeah, let me shoot 38% for my career. If you go look at him, he's never been a 3-point shooter. He could just hit it when it's necessary.
Yeah,
And
it's been rhythm.
him on the block is crazy. Him on the block will go crazy, but he's too fragile. So you got that mix, and then you also had the problem with them before they made this trade, which I love for them, bro. Because when they made this trade, it filled all the needs for them, right? Before that trade, they couldn't do anything. Like AD was sitting there, you told him to go to the block, he would go to the block, drop 30. I remember that, but they would still lose because no one else is making shots. So now they're triple teaming AD or triple teaming LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like they finally got the 3-point shooting. They got the defense still because their defense was still here and there, you know what I'm saying? At points AD was playing or not. And then, now they filled all those holes, all the gaps. They got another playmaker that could take it off LeBron just like Dennis Schroeder can. Because I think, in my opinion, D'Angelo Russell is clearly better than him than Dennis Schroeder. But you got Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench doing the same thing as D'Angelo Russell. And D'Angelo Russell being your starter and being your third star is going to be pretty good for your team to make a playoff push. So Russ going to the Clippers, great job for him because he finally got the spacing, the right amount of spacing, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Lakers also, big ups to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying?
All right. D-Man, got anything to say about the move?
I've been kind of talking about that since he went to Utah. I already seen he gonna get. I already knew he gonna go to Utah because it's history with Utah fans, and they've been nasty to him, bro. Like on another scale of just outside of basketball. So I knew he was gonna play basketball there. And then I saw potential 3 teams. I saw the Bulls, Miami, and the Clippers. And the first thing I said was the Clippers, the best spot for him to go.
Yeah, facts.
Because, it's something that him and Paul George can get right back to it. And Paul George had his best year with him. And then even if Kawhi is in and out, you got that guy there. He gonna give everybody that juice he bring it to the game. That energy, that fire he bring it that he can take to Miami. He can bring that right to the Clippers. And everybody else is gonna get more buckets because of that guy right there. And I feel like because they got everything around him, they got everything around what the Lakers should have did. I think the reason why he really got traded because AD couldn't stay on the court, and he, AD could have made his game a lot easier. If he could just come down and facilitate the LeBron and AD, like how you said, go to the rack. That's a lot more free throw attempt. You know what I mean? That's a lot more free throw attempts.
And I agree with you because at the beginning of the season, when everyone was like on Russ and talking about he was good and all that stuff, is when he was throwing lobs to AD all day, and that was also when LeBron was at the lineup. But Russ being so ball dominant, like that, he can't let go of the ball. Paul George and Kawhi, they could play with him not holding the ball. They can do that. And they'll still be able to get their touches because clearly we know basketball is just Russ is not literally gonna have the ball 100% of the game. We know that. So
and
clearly
then he still take
pressure. Shots. But
he still take pressure off them guys too. Like that's like whatever kind of version of Westbrook they gonna get in the Clippers, they might need just that much pressure to get off Kawhi and Paul George a little bit. Like cause if you worry about them so much, Westbrook might still drop 30 on you. He still can drop 30 on you, bro.
We can finally see if he's really if he's really not Westbrook no more.
Yeah,
not even that.
Really
we can finally see if he's not good anymore.
We can really have free lane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially as he got Terrence Mann, all those guys.
Terrence Mann, them gonna go up.
Norman Powell, Eric Gordon.
They got bones too.
He could just toss the rock to anybody at the perimeter.
Listen, they have legit 3-point shooters in it.
Yeah.
Zubac's a new Aquaman.
Especially like bro, I'm telling you, him playing with LeBron was like the biggest detriment on his career. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy to say playing with LeBron, right? You playing with LeBron James, and that's bad for your career. But it's at the end of the day, when you look at how y'all play style too similar. Y'all can't let go of the ball, and ain't nothing wrong with that. D'Lo can play without the basketball, but when LeBron, trying to get rid of the rock, that's what they there for. They can do that. Dennis Schroeder, D'Lo. Russ, you give me the ball. I'm not gonna let go of the ball until I'm ready to pass it to you.
Exactly. Let me get in rhythm. I'm trying to get in rhythm too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Round up.
Well, see, before the season started, my preseason prediction was Clippers versus Bucks in the NBA championship game. And I feel even more confident after the Russell Wilson trade, the signing, I guess, because he got bought out. But I love it because, he's going to be coming off the bench for him. He's not starting, so he's not going to ruin the rhythm they have with their starting lineup when they're healthy. But he's going to come in there and get them legit minutes off the bench and play with nothing but shooters around him. Terrence Mann could shoot, Eric Gordon could shoot, Norman Powell could shoot, Nicholas Batum could shoot, Robert Covington could shoot, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George obviously could shoot. he's only going to have shooters around him when he's on the floor. That's going to be great for them. I think that Clippers needed this move, especially with all the moves the rest of the West made. I think the Clippers are still my favorite to come out the West.
He got lob threats in Zubac
And I'm a Lakers
and
fan.
Mason Plumlee too.
And I'm a Lakers fan.
Wow.
He got lob threats.
That's a lot.
He got lob
Okay.
threats, bro. When he's driving
All
down that
right.
rim, they run that pick and roll.
Go on here, Nate.
No, I agree with that. With everybody, what everybody said. I mean, the good thing for him, he was able to get negotiate a buyout or whatever, become a free agent. He, I get it. Kawhi, low management, whatever. But all of these players know these situations just like we do. So he chose to go there. So he must be okay with it. He had options, So I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right. I'm rooting for him.
Because another thing to add on to that, though, he gonna maximize the role players.
Oh yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
when Kawhi out, that they gonna make up for that. You know what I mean? With a guy like Westbrook.
I think
He
so
gonna
too.
make, if he can't shoot like that, everybody else gonna get better. You know what I mean? They gonna get more shots.
Y'all really not, bro. He still can run that pick and roll with
And
Mason Plumlee and
Oh
and
yeah.
he's still boom on. He still can put it on top of your head too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really. That's what I'm really waiting on. Cause like, bro, the Lakers, I feel like they just took that out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When you're on a team, sometimes you don't even got that stuff in you no more.
Yeah.
I really want to see, cause personally, really watching Russ, he didn't look like he could make a layup half the time when he was on the Lakers, make a dunk.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
So like that hurts me to see that. You feel me? So I really want to know if that's gonna change due to the fact that it's less space, it's less clogged in there. You know what I'm saying? He has more one-on-one opportunities at the rim. I really want to see if that changes anything. If it really doesn't, he really just stays trash, bro. I feel bad, bro.
Yeah, it's mental, man. It's all mental for this.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, facts.
I just really
you seen how Kyrie, when he got a little more, he felt a little more at ease. You see how he playing,
Mm-hmm.
Now he got a clear mind. He can see what's going on. There's a
Yeah.
lot that go into it before they even get on the court that we don't even really, add to the equation. But not making no
facts.
excuses. Not making no excuses.
I just really hope the standings stay the way they are, so we can see a Clippers Sun first round matchup.
That would be great.
I think that would be amazing. Right now they're the 4th and 5th seeds. That would be an amazing first round matchup.
Yeah,
Amazing.
facts. All right, man. Let's get on to the NFL. So the NFL season is finally it's over with, sadly. And I just want to ask y'all, man, if y'all had to rate on a scale of 1 to 10, how do y'all feel about the whole NFL season?
A 9, and there's 2 reasons I feel it's a 9. The defense, I feel like defense was way better this year. I feel like numbers went down. Though it was only one quarterback that went for over 40 passing touchdowns. That's Patrick Mahomes. Only 4 went for over 30, and one of those guys was Geno Smith. So when you and we don't know if Geno Smith's going to do that again, if we're being honest. So when you consider the fact that defense, I mean, if you look at how many games, I mean, I remember there was a stat up to like week 5 or 6 where it was like the lowest amount of points scored up to this point in the season since like somewhere in the mid 2000s or early, like somewhere in the 2000s, 2010s, something like that. So offense took a step back. It didn't feel like everything was geared towards the offense, and we saw the running game appear a lot more this year. It didn't seem like teams were nearly as pass happy. We see a lot more guys that are 1,000-yard rushers this year. And when it went to the playoffs, it was all about the running game in every single game, really, especially on the NFC side. Now, the AFC side, it was still more the passing game because that's where all your better quarterbacks are really at. But in the NFC, Giants run, Eagles run, Cowboys, let's be honest, they're a running team. 49ers, they're predicated on the run. I mean, all your top teams that were in the NFC were pretty much all run heavy teams. And then when you go to the AFC side, you still got your perennial guys that are your top rushers there. Now, a lot of your top rushers in the AFC obviously didn't make the playoffs, like, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. But let's be honest, those guys are still top 5 in rushing. So I think when you consider those 2 factors, and not necessarily even the talent, not necessarily the games, the playoffs, none of that, it's those 2 factors. Because when you look at football the last few years, it almost feels like it was trending down because it almost felt like everything was geared towards just screwing over the defense and making passing the only thing that happens in the game, where quarterbacks are just throwing 50, 60 times a game. And that's not how it felt this year. And I mean, if anybody wants to go against me on that, I'm happy to debate that.
Hey, man, you kind of hit on the head, man, because I feel like it's been a lot more balanced than anything. You got, like, on the AFC side, they passing more, but it's still a balanced run attack. And if they really ain't got a good running attack, they got that guy that's a little Eckler type, you know what I mean? Them little Sproles type guys. So it's still a balance with the run and catching. And the defense. I'd say the DBs are better. For some reason, the DBs seem like a lot better. It's a passing league still, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But the DBs on a lot of teams, majority of a lot of teams got some solid DBs. They got more than just one. Besides my Falcons, but they got more than just one good DB, and I like that. I like that.
All right. Who else? Who else want to go? Let's go round up. One eight.
Wait, who going?
Nate, you got it.
It don't matter. It don't matter who goes. It don't matter. Bro.
Nah, I agree. I mean, I ain't really had no complaints. I mean, besides, it's I guess certain things that you really can't control, but the injuries, it's just a certain thing us as fans don't want to see. It felt like it was more ambulance type of injuries this year. I don't know. Like we saw the ambulance a little too much. And it's scary for the players. It's not much you can do. It is, but it's not because it's injuries. You can't predict. You can't predict that type of thing. But no, I just want to see, more safety. I mean, the turf was ass this year, but I just want to see more things revolving around safety. I just want to see more precaution being had, however that looks, just for the player safety. That's what I care about the most personally.
I actually think they need to tend in the opposite direction. I think they're getting a little too much with the safety. You hit a wide receiver hard, it's automatically just a defensive player. You hit a quarterback in the chest, it's automatically roughing the passer. You just touch his face mask just a little bit, it's a roughing the passer. I mean, there's when it comes to those
type of thing,
those things gotta. So I don't think it's necessarily safety, and I think we wouldn't be saying that about the ambulance part if it wasn't for DeMar's situation. I mean, honestly, that glorified ambulances being on the field because, I mean, that's the biggest health issue that we've had in the NFL since probably the Jets when that guy broke his neck on the field. We've had a lot of concussions
this year too, though.
That's football, though. I mean, it's only because they're diagnosed. Let's remember that's only because they're diagnosed now. Like, let's not forget that part too.
Yeah, I can see why you say that, but.
We can say that we can say that they're making the game too safe to play, but like, what do we expect the NFL to do with the amount of lawsuits the NFL's had, especially the one major one they had of former players suing them because of CTE? Like, what are you supposed to expect the NFL to do if they keep if they just change nothing and we keep having the extreme, almost everybody having these CTE cases like it is now? There won't be football in 20 years. It'll be gone. If they don't figure out things to change. That's why they're making these new rule changes, trying to make it safer, get new equipment to make things safer. Because if they don't, we're not going to have football when we're older. It just won't be there. It'll be gone.
That's facts.
They have to change it, and it's like there's really nothing the NFL can do. It's not their fault. Everybody knows when they play the game, it's risky to play, but that's still not going to stop the same people and those same families once their careers are over and they're out of money suing the NFL, and now the NFL's out millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Goated.
I'm not gonna lie, they hit everything from when it comes to player safety to what was going on in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Player safety for real, like, has been for me at least has been like talked about since. Clearly, when you taught how to tackle when you were playing younger. But other than that, like actual player safety itself has been like the stuff that's going around, concussion pads, all that stuff, like wearing over your helmets. That stuff has been going on for me since like 2014, where I actually started learning about stuff like that.
Yeah,
they started dropping movies like Concussion, all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, bro, you starting to learn. Like, people are trying to like spring around awareness around this stuff. And now the NFL, which I will give them some respect for, even though they should have been doing it, is now they're finally like pushing like player safety over, monetary value. And I don't even know how much that really is. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, when you talk about the movie like Concussion, the reason why it was such a big deal is not because of what was happening to the players. It's the fact that the NFL lied about it and just kept doubling down on it. They kept saying it didn't exist. They kept saying it wasn't a thing. If they would have just came out from the get-go and said, absolutely, you had the risk of this happening, especially in the time that you played in, it would have alleviated so many of those things. We've seen it in with governments across the world and in this own country. I mean, they didn't say Agent Orange hurt Vietnam vets until the mid 2000s. Vietnam was in the 70s, in the 60s. So, I mean, to say that, I mean, it's the fact that they lied about it. It's the fact that they kept lying about it for years and years. It's not the fact that what was happening to the players as much. Like, that's obviously important, right? Because I think the player safety does get incorporated to a fault. But it's also the fact that when you lie about it, that's when the liability concerns come into play
Yeah,
for a legal standpoint.
Yeah, because I say the money ain't worth it when they come in concussions, bro. Because I know coming up playing when I was young, I done heard a couple of rings and making a basic tackle, and you hear that little and no, that might be a slick concussion, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you right back in the drill. Nobody don't say that.
Really looking
And
back
just imagine how many people been doing that just
Yeah.
all the way up till they get to adult, really, and still doing it. And that's when you really start having them problems, and they really, hard for you to get a full sentence out because you wonder why, because you really got some little stuff still that messing with you. But
football.
I am glad they doing it, but I do think they should find a way to because all this technology, they need to find some better collision type helmet. Something they can really deal with collision.
Oh yeah, some better. Yeah.
Something that cover something that can protect the ear hole. Because you really need the ear hole. You get hit in the ear hole, somebody can slap you in the ear hole. What the Rams defensive lineman?
Deacon Jones. Deacon Jones.
Man, he actually has people with deaf.
Yeah.
People went deaf messing with this man, bro. Like, but people use that. You know what I'm saying? They use that for years and years. But now they got their own ways. But just imagine getting hit in the ear with the helmet.
Oh hell yeah!
You hitting that slot. Man, you trying to duck that linebacker, he still pow. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man.
Yeah.
It's ugly, man, but it's fun to watch. But it's ugly to go out there and do it. I'm telling you right now.
That's the thing about football. Bro. They've come a long way. They've come a long way from letting you play after one hit, and you have a concussion, but they don't even know that. They come a long way from that. But still, it's so much further that they need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That they need to address stuff like that. Because eventually we could get to a point where you take an impact, you take a blow to the head, but it won't affect you as much because they found a way for to keep the development, keep your brain from not moving around, hitting the side, the walls, or keeping the collision minimized to the actual impact pads inside your helmet, and not to getting all the way to your skull. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff, it goes into it. Breaking bones, all that stuff. We knew that came with the game and stuff like that. They're still gonna fix. They're gonna find a way to get that through. All that stuff. Better technology for turf. Like turf, they talking about the Super Bowl when they grew turf for 2 years just for you to sit around.
Grass. Terrible.
But turf toe a thing though, right? Why not move away from turf toe? Like
no, turf toe. Turf toe is just the name. Turf toe is just the name because when you hit your foot on the ground, it's just going to it's just like the impact on your toe is like it's going back into your
That's also partially because you wear too small of cleats. They've also proven that.
Also that.
Oh, okay.
So
that's mainly what happened to Dion because he wore too small of cleats in baseball.
You're gonna get that injury anyways.
Yeah.
I remember him catching an interception against Carolina Panthers. Matter of fact, when he got hurt and messed up them toes. They're like, yeah, bro, all 9 of his toes. I said, oh man, I'm trying to hold like that now, bro. But yeah, I remember he caught the interception and we're going down sideline and trying to do his little dance thing. And but them boys folding him up so nasty.
Yeah.
He hurt that, but
that junk, now that look at it, they talking about something. No one stepped on the grass for 2 years. There's the reason why everyone was slipping, bro. Because everyone knows grass is meant to be stepped on. Like, bro, you over here growing grass for 2+ years, and no one stepped on it. Oh yeah, I know. It's gonna be the best grass you ever seen. But you're not supposed to be standing on that. Like, you're not supposed to be doing anything on that, bro. Like, you're supposed to be staring at it.
Right. All right, y'all. Who's your most impressive team of this year?
Roundup nailed it on the head.
Oh, no.
The Jaguars.
Yep.
The Jaguars.
Oh yeah, Jaguars.
It has to be. It has to be.
Jaguars, because I know that's like clears. But I feel like Detroit Lions.
That would be my second.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. That was my because the Falcons, bro. You know how the Falcons was this year. I was like,
they surprised me too. They surprised me too, bro. That's why I ain't trying to be a home wrecker.
No, it's not even that. No, it's not even that. I'm saying I would flip the game from the Falcons game. I'm like, wait, Hold up.
Yeah.
The Lions on? Hold up. Let me
Well,
watch
yeah,
this.
Lions, yeah.
You see that offense, boy? Oh, my
Man.
God.
That was
Yeah,
really
Hey,
tough.
look,
The
I'm
coach
not gonna lie.
really
This might
like,
be like,
yeah.
this might
It's
be
the
like,
coach, man. It's the coach, man.
yeah,
Like,
they're special. They're special. They need defense. That's
yeah.
it. They need defense. I
Yeah.
think they can win it. I think they can win the championship with Jared Goff, in my opinion. I'm not even gonna lie. The way he
Yeah,
was
he
playing this
yeah.
year, finally, like him,
Mhm.
he's gaining more poise than he has
Mhm.
been on the Rams. Oh my gosh,
A lot of
And they
that's
get
Ben
Jamison
Johnson.
Williams back. They get Jamison Williams back next year too.
he's
And
come
a
a
lot of that's
long
Ben
way.
Johnson. He's a
Ooh.
smart offensive mind.
He's come a long way too.
And the
man.
Jazz getting Ridley. They about to get
Yep,
Ridley next
Calvin
year.
Ridley.
next year.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
sad about
Hey,
that
bro,
because then,
I'm a Duval fan on the low, bro.
hey, I'm a Lions fan on low. That's what I'm saying. Bro. I'm so sad about that, bro.
Yo, Roundup,
I'm
I
so
can
sad about
Man,
that.
Roundup. I can
hey,
see
when
you
you were
right
talking
now.
earlier,
You gonna be
bro.
doing the. You
They
gonna
cut
be
you off, man.
pulling Ridley agendas.
Oh, I
Hey,
will
man,
be
Top
for
10.
sure.
my son
Oh,
still
yeah.
got his bobblehead on it, that big head on the wall. So I was like, don't take it down, don't take it down. Just leave it up there. That's a
I was so
souvenir.
sad
Mm.
Yeah,
because, bro,
souvenir. But
if we were
yeah.
talking about getting Lamar Jackson, if we had kept Calvin Ridley, I wouldn't be saying we need another
I
deep
was
threat.
about to say that, bro,
I
because
wouldn't be
when
saying
you were
that.
talking
Yeah,
earlier,
yeah.
you said we need some, because Drake London needs some help on the other side of him to
Yeah.
free him
Yeah.
up,
Yeah,
to
he
free
do.
Cal Pitts and him up. And I feel like
Yeah.
Cal Ridley, because I was like, but if we keep Cal Ridley, bro, he could be that real number one, and them guys could learn from him. He could do
Yeah.
the Julio. He could do what Julio did.
It
you
was
know?
already,
Mhm.
that connection was already. Now looking back at it, we already know that connection was like down the drain, bro.
Dang, because hey,
he talking
Desmond
about
would have
some.
looked good.
He
Desmond would have.
would have for sure. Oh my, bro, look, he would have been him. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I was pushing that prop the entire time. I was like, wait till next season when we get Calvin Ridley. We
Yes,
got
sir.
Drake London already our rookie receiver, big body guy. He gonna go up and get it right. We
Yep.
got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts right now was doing what Calvin Ridley's gonna do for us next season. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying, right? Because
Yep.
Kyle Pitts at the moment was just. When I say decoy, I hate when people like try to do that. Right now, he was a glorified decoy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We drafted him
That's
at
because
4,
of Mariota. That's because of Mariota.
No, that's a fact. But I realized it was really just because we were trying to like, since we were applying that run game and people were scared of Kyle Pitts, what he could do downfield, they wasn't gonna put no linebackers in the box. So I'm gonna let us keep running the ball. You're not
Exactly.
gonna
I
stop
seen
us.
the scheme. Yeah.
So if you really understand the scheme, bro, you know that they're not gonna stop the run because they scared of Kyle Pitts until they hunker down on the run. When they finally came down the run, we saw Kyle Pitts and Drake London start doing a little something.
Yep.
And then the one game where we were really about to like, because teams were automatically starting to stack the box immediately. The one game we were about to hit Kyle Pitts, this man Mario don't want to get him injured. I was so mad, bro.
Thank
I
you.
was so mad.
Thank you.
Bro,
And I'm like, man, you threw that man in the line of fire. Like you didn't see that. The DB had time to line him up, bro, before he even caught the ball. Like, bro, come on, man. You were watching that man the whole time.
Bro,
He's
my
6'6".
Yeah.
whole
He's
thing
6'6"
is,
now. Why is he so hard? Why is that target so hard to hit? You get Desmond in there. Desmond. Hey, you see Drake London look like a whole nother wide receiver.
He was
Drake
clearly
London
more accurate, bro.
Because Drake London a little faster than he did in the draft. I thought he was gonna be like Mike Evans type speed, but he looked faster than what I thought, bro.
Bro, even then, bro, Drake London immediately became a better receiver when Desmond Riddle was throwing the ball.
Man, ASAP.
Immediately.
ASAP.
So my whole thing is when we was using Kyle Pitts, like I understood why we was using him, but I'm saying the point I'm trying to make is Kyle Pitts was the guy that was gonna scare you going downfield because that man is 6'6" running a 4-3 or like 4-4, bro. You know what I'm saying? You won't be scared of that. You scared of a 6'6". He's gonna jump over you. He gonna run by you. You can't hold him on the outside or on the inside. So he's gonna do all that for you. Feel me? And then
that's the same way how we use Julio. That's the same way how we use Julio.
Yup. And
like
on this
elite route runner. And he was
on this episode of Falcons Talk. on this episode.
I'm
Y'all
glad I got somebody to understand how we run our offense.
And then all we had to do at that point was get Kyle Ridley. When we got Kyle Ridley back, Kyle Pitts not doing that no more. Plus, we can actually run the plays. We can actually run pass plays. Because even if y'all want to not stack the box against us when we're running the ball, right? It don't matter. Because we got Calvin Ridley, elite route runner. We have Kyle Pitts who won't get the ball. We got Drake London who go get the ball. What you gonna do? You're not gonna do nothing. I don't care. You're not stopping that. And we still got Cordell. We still got Cordell running a little flat route. We can just throw that out to the side. Go ahead, give me a cool 8 yards. Oh my gosh, bro, I'm so mad, bro.
Hey, Al Jiff finna go crazy next season, boy.
Yeah, that's running.
Al Jiff finna go crazy.
He's running back in the future.
Hey,
I'm gonna say my
hey Nate, who's your? Oh, you say your pick?
Yeah, I was gonna say my pick for that one. I felt like that impressed me. I'm not gonna lie. It might be a little cliche, but I'm gonna say the 49ers. I'm not gonna lie, because their quarterback situation. was,
Yeah.
and then they still find a way to make Brock Purdy look like, you know what I'm saying? So
Who the hell?
Wow.
Wow.
yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. Nate, who's yours, man?
Nah, I agree. I was thinking the Lions. It was a couple teams, but y'all said the teams already. But nah, I think
Mm.
the Lions. I was saying it as well. I was like, damn, they
Mhm.
just couldn't finish a lot of games. But
Mhm.
if they did finish those games that were super close, they just won in the last minute of the game. They
Yeah.
would have been in the playoffs. Yeah,
They
definitely.
literally would have been in the playoffs if they had beat the Bills.
That's true.
Mhm. Well, that's so
Bro.
sad, ain't it? They made us go one day, ain't that sad? But anyway, who's your most disappointing team?
Broncos.
Broncos country.
Denver Broncos.
Hey,
I wouldn't say the Broncos because I predicted the Broncos to be bad anyway.
that team with Matt Ryan went to.
Whoa.
Colts,
Exactly.
bro. Okay, bro. Thank you. Are you on my same timing right now? Oh my gosh, bro. All right, bro. Hey, all right. I gotta ask you a
All they
question.
need is a quarterback. They got the defense. They got the offensive line. Matt Ryan,
Bruh.
he been there
Yeah.
before, so Matt Ryan could take us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because they needed a running back too. They had. Oh, bro. My whole thing is, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna go to like the AFC something. I thought they were gonna
Yeah.
do something in the AFC. Bro,
Yeah.
Matt Ryan was the one reason why we wasn't even trashed the season before. So I'm
Yes,
like, all right,
sir.
so he's still serviceable. He's not even serviceable. He's still above decent. Like he still can get you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yep.
y'all O line was like top 5, right? Not realizing I should have picked up on that their O line was really designed for mobile quarterbacks anyways, because they run a style. But Matt Ryan is like best seasons of his career. You got an elite running game behind him, especially since he could already dot you up from all levels of the field.
Mhm.
Once
Oh,
you got
yeah.
that elite running game, oh yeah, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get those guys, your receivers, your weapons open.
And you
Bro,
had
Matt
it
Ryan,
too.
Matt
such
Ryan
You
was
had
bad.
it too.
Matt Ryan was a better
They O
version
line though.
of.
They O line was fooling people. They O line is
Mhm.
specifically catered towards mobile quarterbacks, which
Yeah.
Matt Ryan isn't.
Yeah.
So they literally fell off the drain, bro. So yeah,
Hey,
I was gonna
Matt
say
Ryan is
Colts.
a better version of Dak Prescott. Well, it used to be.
Whoa.
Nah, he was way better than that. I'm not gonna lie, he was way better than Dak Prescott in his prime, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, for
Similar
sure.
guy,
Go ahead, Nate.
get you a lot of wins and stats and stuff like that, but can't do nothing in the playoff, man. Just be mad at hell after that. Matt Ryan had us hype, bro. Every year Matt Ryan had us hype.
Hey, bro, he went off in the last two playoffs. I mean, in 2017, 2016.
Yeah, I give him credit on that.
Yeah.
I do give him credit. I wish he would just be like, man, forget you, Shanahan. I'm gonna do this. Give me sack and stuff, man. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, okay. See, he knows what. I wish he was in the Discord when they was talking that. Oh my gosh, they was talking that talk. They was downplaying that 28-3, acting like it was his bro. Boy.
Yeah. Go round up. Who's yours, man?
Most disappointing team was probably the Packers for me. Mainly Aaron Rodgers. I had them. I thought, as a Vikings fan, I still thought they were going to win the NFC North just because they had Rodgers. They still had a great defense and a great two-headed monster at running back with a nice young receiver in Christian Watson. And they just disappointed. They couldn't win games.
That's interesting.
You love purple, don't you?
I do. It is the purple and gold. The purple and gold.
Yes, sir. Nate.
Shit, I don't know. It was a couple teams that I thought might have been lost something. I mean, I'm thinking. I'm really thinking about a team that comes to mind for some reason was the Titans. Like, I had high hopes for them. I had a hunch that the Jags might teams that be trash end up being nice, and it's just how it is. But I had a hunch they might do good. But I thought the Titans, they were gonna at least win the division. But I mean, I don't know what's going on over there
So
because
you was probably high on Traylon Burks then.
not
was
high
probably
on
high
him.
on
I
him.
didn't think he was gonna truly replace AJ Brown. I didn't
Yeah.
feel that presence. I knew he might have been all right, but not replace him. They got him to replace him. I knew that wasn't going to work. But so I would say them. I figured they might have. I just thought they might have did a little better than they did this year, though.
Okay.
Yeah, man, because they got to figure out something.
Who's
They
y'all?
can't just go Derrick Henry all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you see, what the Titans played the Giants one time. And I seen that linebacker hit Derrick Henry and knock him off his feet. Like,
I remember that.
hold on.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry don't get hit like that, bro.
Nah,
Like,
hell no.
You already
he
said what
don't,
you had
bro.
this morning?
Hey, that's one player you hit him like that, you gotta flex, man. You
Yeah.
gotta. Bro,
Oh hell
hold on.
yeah, definitely.
Mama, you see me? Hey, I'm telling everybody in the neighborhood there. If I knock Derrick Henry off his feet, well, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Hey, it's too much. It's too much Derrick Henry over there, though. He ain't got no help, man.
Sports
Right,
Talk, you already said who you had?
Broncos.
Oh, okay. I was also gonna say, hey, since no one said in the Raiders too.
No, no,
The
no,
Raiders.
Oh yeah, Raiders.
no.
People did have the
No.
Raiders better than they were though.
And that's the thing. People had the Broncos over the Chiefs than they did the Raiders. I mean, with the Raiders, no one
Yeah,
really
that's
trusted
true,
Derek
that's
Carr,
true,
but
that's
everyone was glizzy gobbling fucking Russell Wilson with that defense. Everyone could not get that dick out their
I
mouth.
agree.
It was fucking wild.
I agree, but I also do say this. People did count out Patrick Mahomes to be the third best team in that conference.
That's
'cause-
fact.
Oh yeah, people definitely did.
Yes.
Oh
And
yeah.
I almost fell
And they
forward
was,
because I'm
they was
like, dang.
disrespecting the mess out that defense, saying that they had
Yeah.
nothing going right. Even
Man,
though,
'cause that defense solid.
yeah, it was
man.
like but they were just still good. They were just good. They were just like actually. Let me not say good. They were mid.
Mid, and that's all you need.
A little bit above mid. A little bit above.
That's all you
mid.
need.
So-
solid.
so
You know,
they
I
had
feel
him
like it's solid. It's above me. I think it's solid because they made key plays.
Exactly.
Even when Jalen Hurts was balling,
And they had a decoy. They had a
They got
decoy
him
in Chris
to-
Jones.
they
I was
got
like,
him out of his character and he fumbled that ball. So you know what I'm saying? Like it really came from that defensive presence. You know what I mean? Like
They had
was there.
decoy. They had a decoy in Chris Jones. Frank Clark always turns up in the playoffs for some reason.
Yeah.
For
That man,
some
Nick
reason,
Bowen-
I don't get that.
Nick
I've
Bowen-
never understood that.
Nick Bowen was going crazy like all season. Oh my
All
gosh.
season.
Jarius Sneed,
Yeah.
solid corner. So
Yeah.
nah, I'm not gonna lie. The Raiders
Mhm.
disappointed me. He got his
Yeah.
call teammate. That chemistry should have been A1. You had the leading rusher in the NFL. Y'all niggas should have been
The leading rusher and the
9-8.
receiver with the most touchdowns.
Defense dead last.
Bro.
They have been.
At least.
They
y'all should
have
been
been.
9-8.
Do y'all still got Josh Allen over Joe Burrow?
No.
No.
I do.
Okay.
I never did.
All right,
I
cool.
never
All
did.
right, okay. I was just trying to make sure. Cause
You
man, we
do round up.
huh?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I've still got Josh Allen.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Come on.
What's
D
your
man,
man?
D-Man, you're gonna hate my list later. I promise
too.
you're gonna hate my list.
Hey, Brandon.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I do too.
Then you have
Okay.
you have Josh Allen above him.
That's Kenneth
Yes,
Walker.
sir. Kenneth Walker, you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
man.
I do want to go to.
I had
Yeah, you
Josh.
see him.
Why though? Why he ain't showed us, man? That this guy done been deep and made it play Super Bowl
Preference.
appearance, deep playoff run. You know,
His
been in the league shortest span and did more
Hey,
than Josh Allen already.
Brandon, I want you to remember this when we talk about my
even
conversation
though he
later.
got
I
weapons,
want you to remember this.
But you can
I
have
wanna
weapons
remind
that
y'all.
come in with it.
I want to
You know what I
remind
mean?
y'all though. I want to remind y'all.
I know people
Josh
want to bring
Allen
on his
really showed
weapons,
us.
but
Josh Allen really showed us who he was this year, though.
yeah.
Like the little inconsistencies you saw with accuracy in his rookie season,
Mhm.
those spurred back up after Dabo left. Let's just
So,
be real.
so let me get.
We
Is
gotta-
that your
Wait,
most
to be
disappointing
fair-
player this year?
To be fair, he was
Nope.
playing with a hurt elbow almost the entire season. He just
All
had
right,
he right
he just
there.
had
He one of
surgery
them.
on it. He just had surgery on it.
He one of them
Hey.
because all the hype on the Bills, man. I thought this was the Bills gonna be the Bills year because remember we was talking about
Yeah.
Kansas City wasn't gonna be that team like everybody thought they were gonna
Mhm.
be, and we thought Buffalo defense was gonna just excel and beat Cincinnati, and that really they were worried about Kansas City. It was like, oh, Kansas City out the way, oh, the Bills going. That ain't
Oh, yeah.
happening. You know what I mean? We can't just
Yeah.
put all that on Von Miller. Like you can't just be that. That Buffalo defense ain't just one guy away. Like y'all stacked.
No, their defense just got hurt. I'll give them that benefit.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
defense was mad hurt.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Man,
That's
that
facts.
quarterback play hurt too, man. I don't know.
Mm.
I love your strong arm at the end of the day, but you finna be start looking like Jamie Winston without all the interceptions in a minute. Without all the interceptions,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
you're gonna be a strong arm guy, getting a lot of yards with less interceptions. That's gonna
Right.
be that's gonna be your trend.
Think you
Hey,
trying to
like
call
year
him
five, year 5, you still doing the same thing, bro.
Mhm.
That's just what you is. You know what I mean?
They're trying to say Stephon Diggs wants out too, which is crazy. So
Yeah. Who's your most impressive player and disappointing player this year?
I think for most impressive, I'm gonna go a way weird route that no one's probably gonna go because everyone clowned on him for how much they paid him in the offseason, me included. Christian Kirk. Trevor Lawrence's progression does not happen the same without Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk proved not necessarily that he was worth that much money, but that he lived up to what people were just clowning on them hardcore for how much they paid him. Now, was he the most impressive player by any stretch of the imagination? No. But did he help progress the quarterback, of that franchise the most? Yes.
Hey man, I'd like to be one of the people that did not disregard that Christian Kirk signing. I loved it. I was like,
I loved it too. I loved Christian Kirk.
I was like, this is when he is to break out for like he's like real
for the amount they paid. I didn't agree.
It was the amount he paid.
It was the amount.
Yeah, it was the amount.
I feel like it was worth it. I'm not gonna lie. It paid off. Let's be real, guys.
You got your money.
That's the thing. I'm saying that it paid off. It paid off well. That's why I'm saying it's the most impressive move to me.
It paid off for the org.
Hey, bro.
And the most disappointing.
Really? Oh my God.
Do you think
most
he'll be
disappointing.
number one? You think he number one? You think he'll be the number one option on the team though?
Nah, Calvin's gonna be.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Calvin will be.
Unless he doesn't come back to form. If he don't come back to form, that's gonna be crazy. But
Okay.
And then most disappointing was either Russell Wilson, who I think is probably my number one, and then number two is probably Kyle Pitts.
Ooh.
that's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
Ooh.
That's fair. I can't even argue that. I'm not gonna. I
Is he
don't
even a
wanna
top
argue
5 tight end? If he
That
is he
lets
even
you
a
know
top
he's
5
drafted
tight end?
for his fantasy. That's why he fit this.
If he could stay healthy,
Yeah,
so
I'm
is
not gonna
Darren
lie.
Waller. But Darren Waller can't stay healthy either.
that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. What do you mean if you can stay healthy? This is first year getting hurt. But I'm not gonna lie. It's really only fantasy for y'all. That why y'all said that.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I can fantasy.
When you watch it, if you watching the games, you know why he wasn't doing the why he
Yeah,
wasn't doing what he was doing.
he one of the reasons why all them lanes were open up too on his side when they were running over there.
That's
too.
another thing. Hey, give that man his respect for his blocking, man.
He let people know like I got stronger, bro. I just ain't
Oh, if
mean
we ain't giving Kelsey no respect for blocking, I ain't giving Pitts no goddamn
Wait,
respect for
Kelsey-
blocking.
wait, no.
What the hell you
Hey,
mean?
no, hey, guys,
Nah,
let's go.
conversation over.
No, let's get this
Over.
out the way real quick. We can all agree Pitts is a better blocker than Kelsey, right?
Oh,
Hey,
Yo, you walking away. Hey, Devin.
No.
I think
Yo,
they're both
hands
ass
up in the
at
air?
blocking. I think they're both
No.
ass.
I bet they about the same.
Bro,
I think they about the
no.
same.
Bro, y'all been watching ball this year. Y'all know this. He been stealing edges. He been creating the open. What are we doing?
Yeah, but Kelsey, I think Kelsey's been doing it a little longer though, because we just ain't really been paying attention.
No,
Kelsey
I
does
give
it
you
better
that.
down the field and on the outside. Kyle Pitts, yes, you're gonna say that because he does it on the interior. We don't ask Kelsey to do that. All right, so Kelsey's not put in those situations to
Not
do that.
used
We
to.
ask him to do it on the perimeter and down the field. And let me tell you
Hey.
something. He's pancaking secondary guys like left and right.
Mhm.
If you watching
That's
it.
true.
Hey, my thing is y'all used to and it didn't work. So
Now he's running out there like a wide receiver.
What do you mean? When Kareem Hunt was going for 1,000?
Yeah, but it wasn't because of him. If you really want go watch it, he was not. He was. If anything, Kareem Hunt would get minimal yards when he run towards Travis Kelsey's side, or actually get tackled in the backfield, which didn't happen a lot because I respect.
Y'all should get him back. Y'all should just bring him back to Kansas City.
No. He lied to the
My-
organization. They won't bring him back.
Oh
My
yeah, he's
most
right. He did.
disappointing player this year.
Yeah.
I might have to agree with you on that, Russ, bruh.
Yeah, I think that's about to be everybody's. I ain't gonna hold you.
I agree
I'm
on
gonna have
that.
a different one. I'm gonna have a different one.
I might have to agree with you on that one.
Okay.
My most, what'd you say? What the first most impressive?
Yeah, most impressive.
Impressive.
Who impressed me like a lot? I might have to just go say Jared Goff, bruh. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
The
fair.
comeback that this man made,
That's
I mean,
fair.
it's fair.
the comeback
Yeah,
that he made
yeah.
from what he used to be, this man couldn't, bro, whether or not the O-line was good or not, when he had a good O-line on the Rams, the minute pressure got in his face, that man did not know what to do. Like, he was like a deer in headlights. Like, he could not see a thing. He couldn't throw left or right, bro. He just took the sack.
Mhm.
This man on the Lions, even if their O-line's good, which I will give them the credit, when there was still pass rush getting into his face, that man had poise. That man still made the right throw. I'm like, bro,
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
respect, bro.
That's true.
That's respect. I said he came a long way.
Mhm. All right. Go ahead and round up.
Oh my bad.
Oh, D man.
Yeah, he good.
I'm going with Sauce Gardner.
That's
For
fair.
my most impressive, because
Yeah, I like that.
you're a rookie coming in. It's a lot of good rookies coming in, top ranked, top overall, whatever, however you want to look at them. They come in there and they realize it's a grown man league. It's a grown man sport.
That's the
And
fact.
you bound to get burnt for your rookie year. You bound to get torched, however you want to put it. I can tell you now, bro. This dude looks so polished and pro ready. First season, like I'm watching this guy and thinking like, damn, this year one, year two. I had to remind myself this sauce. Like everybody he played, the little small guy to the big guy, and it's really easy for him to take a bigger guy because that's just like, it's eye to eye. He ain't really got to bend the knees that much because he know they ain't gonna really be shifty like that. But he's so good with this shifty guy, bro. It's like, man, this brother's tough.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
sure, man. My biggest disappointment. Russell Wilson, man, because I got him in my fantasy too, and I don't know why I did because I ain't had a quarterback left, and I tried to make sure I got everybody else before I picked the quarterback. Normally, I get the quarterback like second, third round. I got a quarterback late, so yeah, that's it for me.
All right.
So for my most impressive, I'm gonna do, because I think it's hard to compare offense and defense. So I'm gonna do one for offense and defense. So for most impressive offensive player this season, I thought it was Justin Jefferson. The stuff that he was able to do with the Vikings this year and just kind of clearly make himself the number one receiver in the NFL, I thought was just amazing, especially do it with Kirk Cousins. Like, it's not like Kirk Cousins is a bum, but like Kirk Cousins is also not top 10. So like, it's not like he's like some of these other receivers that are out here performing worse than Justin Jefferson with better quarterbacks. And then for most impressive defensive player though, I'm actually gonna go with my mind just went blank. Let me get it back. Chris Jones. There we go. I'm going with Chris Jones because Chris Jones, while being the most double-team player in the league by far, still leading defensive tackles and sacks and having as dominant of a year as he did with the Chiefs defense that during the regular season wasn't really performing all that great, was just amazing for me. He won them defensively games quite a few times this season, and as we saw in the playoffs, he did the same thing. I mean, he was just in the times they needed plays done, like against the Bengals, when Joe Burrow was driving down the field about to get them in field goal range to win the game late. What did Chris Jones do? He got a big sack and made the Bengals have to punt the ball back to the Chiefs. That was huge. Now for disappointing though, again, I'm going to do an offensive and defensive player. For offensive, I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor. I know there were points where he was hurt through the season, but the times that he played and was healthy, he was just bad. He did not play well. He did not look. Granted, you can put someone on the O-line, but we've seen running backs. Exactly. We've seen running backs do well behind bad O-lines, and he was just struggling. And defensively, the Falcon fans are going to get mad at me. It was A.J. Terrell. He was most disappointing.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Whoa.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. But I can take that, though, because I feel like
I agree
it was a different scheme for him this year than the normal was.
Yeah,
I agree to an extent. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Because he did kind of got himself back in rhythm and got, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I'm about myself.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting bullied now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, he definitely was. Because, I mean, if you look at that defense, there's nobody on there to help.
Well, Hayward, what's his name? Hayward, Casey Hayward.
And only reason why I agree, because one, that the first two games of the year really like already set a tone for what was going on.
Yeah,
and it made him look worse. Like overall, when people are like looking at the entire season, it made him look worse. You remove those two games, his automatically like his whole like statistically, and if you just watch the games, he just looked better in general. You know what I'm saying?
No, he made Michael Thomas look good for a second.
Yeah, so I'll give you that. But even then, and I say late in the season, there was a couple games that he could have played way better in. So like I said, I agree to an extent, but for the most part of the year, I think for the central part of the year, I think he played really solid. And Casey Hayward went down, so it just made the entire defense went worse.
Yeah, it put more grip on when he got hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
So I agree. I'm not mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had him top 5 last year too, man. He's got to. Hopefully, he goes back to normal next year. I hope he does.
Kirk is top 10 though.
That's the thing. That's the thing about it though. The defensive coordinator we have now. They good with I ain't gonna even mention where he came from, but I'm gonna give him credit for their defense for the last couple seasons. Because I see it twice a year. And that's one thing I can say. The Saints defense been at least top 10, if not top 15.
He was their D-line coach.
And the D-line coach, and and he was good with picking them DBs. We got another guy that's good with picking them DBs that was over there in Minnesota. They were picking the DB. What's the DB? The DB coach we got. I forgot the name though, bro. I know he picked Xavier Rose. I'm gonna say he like them big guys. So
yeah,
we gonna end up getting somebody out the draft. Hopefully that they pro ready. I seen one guy. I think he had Syracuse. I think not Syracuse or was it Illinois?
I think you're thinking of Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah, so
I heard about him.
we could add some young guys in there, man, because I feel like what the Falcons gonna do. I don't want to make this a Falcons show, but since I got
Crazy. You
bro over
might as
here,
well, man.
I just want to holler at him and see how he feel about my opinion on this. I feel like what we can do is we might go in the draft. We might leave that Lamar situation alone, and we go in the draft and we just draft who we need, unless somebody want to give us a nice trade to give them more picks.
Yeah.
But I feel like we finna go heavy in the free agent, right? And pick them guys that can play right now.
Yeah,
and blend in with the young guys so they can be ready the next season. So then you already got some OGs showing them that get out here and they get their job done. And then, hopefully they get, because it's 18 games, right? 16 games?
Yeah.
How many
17,
games?
17.
17 games. So that's a long ride, bro. So when the OG get hurt, now they can step out there and they know what to do.
Hey, fam, you could ask all these guys. I told them that whenever we get off the show, I tell them all the time. I say, if we quarterback or not, if we don't get Lamar now, we have good draft capital. We in good position, right? And we have a lot of cap space. I think we have second most in the NFL right now. We can go get guys, get young guys out the draft, get guys that come in free agency. If Desmond Ridder isn't good, right? I told them I would plan for right now to go look at Desmond Ridder, see what he could do, because he didn't look disappointed.
Yeah.
He didn't look great, but I will go and see what he could do going forward, see how good he can really be, right? After that, if we were bad, if we were trash, even with the solid roster around us, if we aren't good, I already told them it came up with him. Not playing. We gonna have like a high pick, or we going out to get a quarterback. We gonna get a quarterback in free agency though. So yeah, I told these guys they know my stance on that. Now you know my stance, but yeah.
Hey, if we be bad, let's get Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's get Marvin Harrison Jr. over there on the other end now.
Yes,
sir. If we that bad,
Man, that'd be crazy.
Let's go
That'd be
ahead and
crazy.
get what we need because I feel like if we go get a vet, I don't know what wide receiver might be available, but grab somebody that can help out with Drake and Kyle Pitts. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody, some kind of. I'm just thinking, just kind of like what I'm saying, just being a little logical right now. I'm not really seeing how I go really end up, but I'm hoping that we might find somebody in the draft that we could play on the offensive side just so well that we might. I know we're gonna find some more linebackers because we grab Evans them. Evans them came from Tennessee and other places like that, so they was ready to play. So that was kind of good. It helped us out. But now you seen 44. I know their names, but I just like to say their numbers. I've been said Walker was a dog. Like I've been talking about Walker when we first drafted him, and he turned out to be okay, but he's surviving. He's surviving. I hate that we let go Campbell, and I hate that we let go.
We ain't have no money though.
Fourier, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's like, dang, that's like the same type of linebacker. One just a little faster.
Exactly, literally. So.
But yeah, man, I'm done on that, man. What's the next topic, man?
All right, y'all.
All right, hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, bro.
All right, so sports talk. You good. Sports talk. This is your time now.
Yep.
So
Can you guys hear me all right?
Scrolling on TikTok.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you good. I was scrolling on TikTok, y'all. Saw this man Sports Talk on live. He had a list. And then all of a sudden I went to his wide receivers, top 5 receivers, and one guy was not in there. Stephon Diggs was not in his top 5. So I just want to hear from you, Sports Talk. Who are your wide receivers you taking over Stephon Diggs?
Well, I think the undisputed ones, right, are Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, and Tyreek Hill. Those are the 3 that are your undisputable ones. And then for the next 2 is I understand. Like I didn't make this without a defense coming. Okay, so before everyone starts freaking the hell out, I do have a defense ready for this. Jamar Chase and AJ Brown. Those are my 2 guys that I have above them. And I know people are going to get mad at the AJ Brown. And I already saw Goated's face just drop. Okay. And that's fine. Okay. And I get it, right? I've had D-Man on my lives before too, I believe. It don't surprise me that you guys are going to go crazy about this Stephon Diggs take. And I get it. And this is one of my big takes, right? One of those hot takes that I could either look like a real genius or a real dumbass here in a couple months. Okay. So I have Stephon Diggs at 6, right? And obviously there's a case for 5, there's a case for 4, right? I see people talk about top 2. I think that's absurd, okay? But when you look at him compared to AJ Brown, I think One, in the passing category, I think he has the worst passing quarterback out of him, Jamar Chase, and Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, and A.J. Brown. Out of the three of them, the worst passing quarterback is Jalen Hurts. I don't think anybody's going to deny that. Okay. Next, his production is more efficient. Okay. I'm huge on production. I'm a big production guy. I stick to that. Okay. If you're efficient and you're producing, that's what matters in games, honestly. And then also in the playoffs. I talked with Roundup earlier about this. I have noticed Stephon Diggs, he goes quiet in playoff games from time to time, especially against the Chiefs. I don't know what it is against the Chiefs. I get we scheme for him, but we also scheme for Jamar Chase. Last time I checked, Jamar Chase eats us alive every time. Okay. A.J. Brown, 8 teams alive. Now, I get for the first 2 playoff games, he didn't, but in the Super Bowl, he did. Okay. And for Stephon Diggs, him and Gabe Davis this year, you go check the numbers for I think it was the first 2 games. Him and Gabe Davis had the exact same amount of yards. It was 2 games. Yeah. They had the exact same amount of yards. I'll make sure I got that right, just so I didn't get that wrong.
Hey, I just gotta ask Devin or Nate. Y'all wanna say something before I say something?
I'll let you just go ahead. I already talked to him before it started. I already talked to him before the live started, so I'll let you take it.
What about you, Nate? You don't got nothing?
Him and Gabe Davis had the exact same amount of yards for both games.
Hold on.
And Gabe Davis had a touchdown.
Yes,
when you look at it, I get it, right? You're gonna sit here and go Stephon Diggs, and you're gonna think the hands. You're gonna think better route runner. You're gonna think all this, but at the end of the day, I feel as though there's just as good of a case for A.J. Brown in the top 5 as there is Stephon Diggs.
I got one question. You're not ranking Cooper Kupp right now, right?
No, injuries, no. I just like I don't rank like guys like Tua and Stafford. No, I don't.
My next thing is
check it,
you
Trent.
like production. You like efficiency.
Yes.
Up until maybe this year, and I might not even give you this year. Has Stephon Diggs not proven to be efficient with Josh Allen as his quarterback? Even before
this year, it was A.J. Brown by far. Okay.
A.J. Brown.
The last few years, last year, A.J. Brown missed 4 games. I give you that one, right? That's the category for Stephon Diggs, right? But I'm talking about this year going into next year, right? And I get we have the sustainment, right? And over the sustainment of a career, Stephon Diggs has it. That's why this is a hot take, okay? Because I get it. And I'm saying the tide is going to turn here for this.
My next thing is
Trent's already in.
In the short and intermediate game, this man is clearly better than A.J. Brown. He's also clearly better hands. And so that matches with the production that he's been given this entire year. Now, teams have been scheming for Stephon Diggs. We all know this. Yeah. They've been scheming for him, and he doesn't have a guy like Devontae Smith next to him or T. Higgins that can take off some of that pressure. Like, he has Gabe Davis next to him. So the efficiency, whether or not you want to put it that way, however you want to spin it, that man, Stephon Diggs, clearly has better route running, better hands, better short route running, better intermediate.
JJ, you're done.
What so I do?
You?
Wait, what I do?
now you. So sports talk.
I get it. And no one's gonna like it, and that's fine. No one liked Roundup when he picked the Jags to make the playoffs. Am I right, Roundup?
Telling me right now that A.J. Brown is better than Stephon Diggs, and the only thing he does better than him is yak.
I would take him over Stephon Diggs right now. I would.
He says production also. He was more.
His production not better than Diggs.
He had 20 less receptions and more yards in the same amount of touchdowns.
But hold on. And then I heard you bring up the playoffs.
And that has to do with yak, by the way.
I heard that literally. But I heard you try to bring up playoffs, which is so gross to bring up because he's literally the only target. So it's gonna be easier and way better to scheme teams
The only target?
He's the main target for the Bills, is he not?
All these guys are their main target.
Please don't tell me you're about to Dawson Knox in your argument.
So you got to no.
I know. Okay, Devontae Adams or Devontae Smith. He had the 2 games. I get it.
Stephon Diggs is 85% of the offense.
That is true.
90, 95.
They don't even
Josh Allen is 80% of their offense.
I'm not gonna go down that route, but okay. Fine.
Because that's right. Josh Allen is 80% of their offense. He's the running game and the passing game.
He's the main target on the offense. Yes. Right?
Yes.
He's the main weapon, right? Yes.
Yep.
So it's in the playoffs. It's not easily to bracket and double the main guy when nobody else around you can go crazy like that. Only one time we see him. One time it was an anomaly with Gabe Davis. That's kind of nasty to bring up the whole playoff situation when it's way easier to scheme up or just bracket Stephon Diggs
You
and
have
let
no
everybody else work.
running game.
At least with
no
the
running
Bengals, if you try to bracket up Jamar Chase, you got Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins. You can't do that with the
Exactly,
Bills.
and you
Yeah.
still
I'm
got
not
Joe
gonna
Mixon
hear
that
that
can
with
And
throw
the
the
Joe
ball.
Mixon. Yep.
Like that's
Like,
nasty as hell to
bro,
say that.
my
Though. Like
whole thing
AJ
is,
Brown of all niggas, bro. AJ Brown.
bro, my
Yep.
whole thing is,
Y'all overrating the hell out of him, bro.
you're
Yep.
not realizing. You're not realizing the fact of the matter is they have not even a run game. They're second.
Oh, I agree.
best
I
receiver is
100%
Gabe
agree.
Davis. They have Gabe Davis, and they have who is it? No, Isaiah McKenzie is their third best receiver.
Isaiah
They're not
McKenzie.
taking any pressure off Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs better in the intermediate game, better in the short running route game.
He's
He
better
has
at
better
every
hands
single
clearly.
thing.
He's
Better
getting
route
more
runner by
separation in
JJ,
his
JJ,
routes, bro.
he's
Yeah,
better
I'm
at
gonna say
every
he-
aspect of the game besides Yak. That's the only thing
Literally.
AJ Brown has.
And
over.
even then, when you bring up production, like I told you already, because this is where we got to go and start looking at what Stephon Diggs did while the Bills. I'm not even gonna go in the Vikings bag. What he's done while he's been on the Bills, he's been one of the most efficient receivers in football. Most efficient. He came and
one
set
of the
that
most
man.
impactful receivers in football.
He set that man Josh Allen and had people really thinking Josh Allen is like I'm not saying let's not discredit Josh Allen. Don't think I'm about to discredit him. But he made Josh Allen more than what people really realize he is. And that's a fact. He's still top 10, he's still top 5. But that man Josh Allen really has shown who he is as a quarterback, especially I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt on the elbow thing. But even before the elbow injury, happened, we were still seeing who Josh Allen really was down the field, down the stretch. Stephon Diggs has grown more and more frustrated with Josh Allen than with other quarterbacks in his career. Like, what are we like? Come on, bro.
I got Stephon Diggs at 6. It's not like I'm saying he's not top 10 or something
And
like
Jamar Chase,
way out of there.
He has him at 6. He has him 6.
I'm at 6.
Six?
Stephon Diggs at 6.
6?
Yeah.
You on
Stephon
fucking-
Diggs, yeah, he's not my top 5.
What's Chase numbers, bro? What's Chase numbers? Because he
Hey,
was
bro,
quiet.
you gotta
Chase, no, he
chill.
said Chase was 4. He said AJB was 5. He had
What
Tyreek.
Chase receiving
even though-
yards, man? Touchdown look like this.
He got
Even
Chase.
though-
He got your boy Trent. Got your boy Trent.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying. I'm not really tripping on the Jamar thing for real, honestly, because I think Jamar can be better by next
Yeah,
year.
me
Yeah,
too. Me
Jamar
too.
Like
Chase-
AJ Brown,
He ain't
hell
give me that.
no.
He ain't give me
Yeah,
no
AJ
real
Brown is
Jamar
hell
Chase
no.
season, bro. I can say that.
I'm
He ain't
not
really
gonna
giving no
lie.
real
I'm not gonna
Jamar
lie.
Chase
I wouldn't
season.
have even. The only reason why I still disagree because if you're going by production, you can't even put Jamar over him this year.
That's what I'm
AJ
saying.
Brown,
Like, that's
AJ
what
Brown
I'm saying.
is
Because
based on
Jamar
the
ain't
Opinions,
have
though,
a great year this year.
the
I know
AJ
that.
Brown thing is so recency bias. It's so gross. It's so.
Jamar Chase ain't have a great.
And he
Crazy
really
year
even
this
have a
year,
better
bro.
year
He's
than him.
top
honestly.
10. He's top 10. He's like top 7 for me. AJB.
I
But
think
my
So
I have
thing
Trent,
is-
Trent,
one or the other.
I got a question for you. Where do you rank Jalen Hurts amongst quarterbacks?
You said what?
Where do you rank Jalen Hurts amongst quarterbacks?
Uh-oh.
He's top 10.
He's 6 or 7.
Where at? Where at?
6 or 7.
7?
Yeah, 7
Okay.
sounds right.
No, he's not top 5. No, but here's the thing. But like in this case, like as a wide receiver, he does he does nothing better than him at Yak. But Yak, like as a player, he's not better than him. He's not more consistent than him. So I'm trying to see where AJ Brown has a case in.
You see,
Like, I
even
don't-
then, I might. If you were trying to tell me that you want to say that he's better in the short game, in the short route game, even then,
He's not.
if you want to say that, I might let you get that argument off only due to the fact that he's just more physically imposing at the line than a lot of other
Yeah,
receivers.
he harder to tackle. That's why he yak better.
Like,
he
he
gonna-
gonna run a little curl route.
Mm.
He gonna catch that ball and he's not gonna want to go down.
He
I'll
hard
give
to
you that.
tackle.
I might have to give you that. I might. But
Yeah, Lord,
I'm sorry. I'm still looking
Mm.
at everything else, at every facet of the game. You know what I'm saying? And then still looking at what Stephon Diggs is able to produce and what he's already done and what he's done this year. And it's just like I
And
can't. do that.
I get that. I knew I was going to come in here and everyone was going to get pissed. I get that part. But at the same time, I think we come back next year, and if we're talking AJ Brown over Stephon Diggs, every last person got to fucking bow down to that one. I ain't gonna lie.
And
That's
I'ma clip
the
this
hell of a
video
call.
too.
Hey,
I'm
no, real
gonna
talk.
clip this video too. And if it comes out next season,
it doesn't matter unless this nigga AJ Brown get like some 2K, bro. If Stephon Diggs stay the way he do, there's no way you're gonna argue AJ Brown over Stephon Diggs.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you this.
Like there's
If
no
he
way you're gonna
does the
argue
same
it.
thing he did this year, and he just looks clearly better as a receiver in general next year, right? Like I'm not afraid to go and say you are right. But if he looks the same and does like the same thing, maybe and probably a little bit more production, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
But
gonna.
here's
give
the
you
thing,
that
though,
same-
JJ. If Stephon Diggs keeps the way he did, he had 108 catches,
Mhm.
1,400 11 TDs. If he stays there, say he go next year, probably like 1398, 100 receptions, 10 TDs. There's no argument. Like you're not like unless
Yes, there is.
how.
Yes, there is. He had 20 less receptions, more yards, and the same amount of TDs.
I like the efficiency argument. I do. I actually do because I like.
It's a
when you look at
huge
receivers,
efficiency.
it's his whole thing.
Huge.
But
The only problem with that is that you got to factor in that he is a yak receiver. Like his whole thing, he can bounce off a contact and continue to keep on going. So you got to
Isn't that good? Is that a bad thing?
Stephon Diggs is very efficient too with it. Like I'm not trying to hear that either. Like I don't.
And Stephon Diggs is able to create using his route running. Say if you want to use that argument and say since he's able to create using his react and able to create more plays and create bigger stretches downfield, then I could use Stephon Diggs' argument as him being an elite route runner and being able to create separation at every facet and every level
all that
of the
shit.
game.
AJ Brown is not better than Terry McLaurin. And we trying to have this argument with Stephon Diggs.
Wait, so you got where you got AJ Brown?
Like 9.
Wait.
He's 9.
Whoa.
9.
No.
I can name the 8. I can
Name 8. Name 8 above AJ Brown. Now you're walking on the same territory as me, but in reverse.
Hold on. For the
You
thing
get-
about
I can easily name it. So
for the thing
Okay.
about the efficiency, real quick, I just want to mention. For the thing about efficiency, if we're going to talk about efficiency, the most important efficiency stat for a wide receiver is catch percentage. There is a 10% difference between the two's catch percentage.
I don't kind of look.
That is huge. That is a huge difference.
Well, I think we've already stated that Jalen Hurts is a worse passer than Josh Allen, just in
What's the
general.
catch
Bro, I'll say this
percentage?
though.
Hey,
These
Ben,
are the
it's
70%. It's 70% for Stephon Diggs.
Yo, these
60%
the
for
8
AJ Brown.
receivers I got over.
Damn.
AJ. So Tay,
Okay, go ahead, Trent.
Jettis. So again, 8 receivers I got over AJ. So Tay, Jettis,
Diggs got 10% more.
Diggs, D Hop, Tyreek, Cup, and Chase, and Terry McLaurin, and then he's 9, and then CD's 10.
Wait, hold on. Wait, can you say those receivers again? I wasn't listening.
So Tay Adams, Justin Jefferson, Diggs, D Hop, Tyreek Hill, Cup, Jamar Chase.
Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh yeah, and
Okay.
Terry McLaurin too. My fault.
Okay, so my whole thing is I'm not gonna lie. I'll just flip him and Terry. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm just be honest. That's his preference.
I think Terry's the best receiver in the NFCs.
If you're going overall, I understand the Terry argument because Terry argument's been way more consistent by far. Terry McLaurin's
Ben, I don't know why you doing this shit.
Wait,
I'm
no,
gonna be real.
guys,
No,
I was
I'm gonna be
thinking.
real.
I was thinking. I'm like,
for me,
hold on.
for me, preference. Cause I actually do like Terry. Terry's my guy, and I
Yeah.
think next year he could probably go back above him because he was above him prior to this year. I'm not even gonna front, but my whole thing is he did just look clearly better as receiver AJB, and he's just been solid the entire year. I gotta give him that respect, and I have him personally just right above him. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even mad at what you said.
All
now
right,
that I
cool.
look at it.
Man, y'all
All right.
starting to
I'm not gonna lie
overrate
though,
it.
that's Stephon Diggs first talk. All right, bro. You lucky I wasn't on TikTok seeing that. 'Cause I was because
Yeah, that's
And no, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I saw it on
Everyone's
his
mad
live.
about it, and I'm saying if this could be one that makes me come back and look stupid, and I get it. That's probably the more likely to happen. But I'm predicting that one. I think that's going to be AJ
ain't
Brown.
nothing wrong. Ain't nothing
the
wrong with
way,
having a hot
but
take.
the way how TikTok and people talk about AJ Brown, he's starting to become real overrated. Real overrated.
That's
I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly.
People,
I don't know,
haven't
bro.
heard. I
I
haven't
ain't
heard no
gonna lie,
one
bro.
pushing him.
He
I haven't heard no
might
one pushing
come
top
back
5 yet.
balling next year. I think they.
He might not for
both of
sure,
them.
but people
You
put
don't-
him in the top 5. He's not there yet.
Sports Talk, the first person I heard call him top 5. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen a
Yeah,
couple.
he
of
ain't
those
top 5
TikToks,
yet.
I
He
ain't
ain't
gonna lie.
top 5.
I've
I've seen a
also-
couple TikToks say that he's better than Diggs.
I've seen
which
throughout
is
the
crazy.
season how they
Yeah.
just move around the rankings for the receiver. Like, when they're just looking out through the rankings, you just setting up a ranking for the entire year, going weekly. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I seen that, but I've never seen like at the end of the year, this year so far, no one has him top 5, but Sports
I mean,
Talk.
Diggs is literally an all-pro.
Yeah.
That's
For the
what you
second
gotta
time
look
in
at. You gotta
3
look at the
years. That's true.
accolades at the end of the day.
Trent,
Doing the right
I'm
thing.
glad you're here because there's a topic just for you. It's for some news. So y'all trying to give Daniel Jones $45 million per season. That's why I'm here.
That is a horrible ass idea.
million.
They said
45?
Daniel Jones probably
I
won't
I
more
thought
than
30 would be
$45
cool,
million
bro. 30 would be perfect. 40 is
or
crazy.
more per season.
Gotta
How
look
am
at
I
Walk
past
if he wants
38?
that.
Wait, is he getting paid more than Gino?
I mean,
Oh,
let's not getting this Geno shit, bro.
Wait, Gino makes like 38 mil right now, right?
Let's not getting this Geno shit, bro. Huh?
How much does Gino make right
He
now?
Bro,
ain't got
45 would be more than Mahomes right now.
Yeah, 45 would be more than Mahomes.
Yo,
That would be right there with Dak Prescott and Deshaun Watson.
Why you say Geno Smith like that's
Geno
crazy?
Smith is only making
Because
like
Geno's making 38,
No,
and I'm saying
did he sign one already? I don't think he signed a
No, he
contract.
didn't sign one yet. He didn't
how
sign one
much is he
yet.
making? How much is he making? So he's making.
He only made 35 or 3,500,000. That's how much he made this year.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Okay, we getting off that Geno train right now,
Bro,
bro.
how
He's making
feeling,
more than
though?
Patrick Mahomes is crazy. I'm sorry, that is actually insane.
Well, Patrick
But-
Mahomes also is only like the fifth?
It's
Yeah,
a
he's the
10-year
sixth.
mega
He's the
deal.
sixth highest paid quarterback right now, I think.
Going into the next year, he'll be third.
Going into next year. Oh, really? Are you sure?
Dak Prescott and Deshaun Watson, the only two ahead of him. Dak Prescott 45, Deshaun Watson 50.
Dang.
Hey,
Mahomes is at like
he's got a steal,
36
though,
or
bro, for real.
40, one of the two. He's at like I think maybe 40.
With the
No,
son
okay.
come
Patrick
back,
Mahomes
Go
is
up,
fifth.
though.
Patrick Mahomes is fifth.
The son gonna come back and remind
Because
everybody.
Rodgers, Wilson, Murray, and Watson.
Touch my body gonna remind everybody who he was before he got in the incident. I feel like he gonna go crazy with the Cleveland next year, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Like the son finna go crazy. He got a full off season, just football,
Yeah.
just football. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to football. Watch now, he's still young, man. Hey, Deshaun, don't count that boy out. Cleveland got some weapons too, and they balance too with the defense, the run game, the offensive line,
Right.
defensive line. Like they low key now.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out for Cleveland, bro. I'm just saying, hey.
Mhm.
It still rise up over here though, but it's still like I
Yeah.
feel the team.
So
Yeah. You go ahead, bro. My bad.
DK reveals that he has to be drug tested following his 20-point, 10 rebounds in the celebrity game.
I don't never want to hear them talk about it being random again. I never want to hear them say it.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Nah, they're mad weird.
That is weird.
They have tried to proclaim this shit as random for years. I never want to hear that shit again. I
Hey, nice
never want to
MVP,
hear it.
though.
Nah, yeah, that's just.
Yeah, that was weird though.
It definitely was weird, but it happens. Honestly.
Yeah.
Can't really.
At least DK finally won an award, right?
Yeah, yeah, MVP. Saquon still talking negotiations with the Giants. But
Bro,
it's
he
a
signed him,
huge
bro.
gap.
We
He's
signed him, bro.
He's a Chief, sadly.
Nigga said Chief. He signed him.
Bro, he gonna be a cheat. That's gonna be crazy. Bro.
He signed him. We're gonna sign him back. I'm not really worried about that shit.
And
That man's going to
Lamar
the Bucks.
Jackson to the Falcons is a sleeper pick. That's what I've been hearing. Don't be
Nah, this
sleeping
ain't,
on the
that might
Falcons.
be the deal.
Yeah, that might
Bro,
be the
I'm
deal.
scared though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually scared, bro. Because
We got a high pick, and we can spend some money. But it's just like that's why I feel like we gonna go that route where we gonna mess with some. Cause if we get him, that gonna bring people over here.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go here, man. I'm gonna go to the A.
Like D-Hop might want to go to
This
Atlanta.
gonna be like Vic all over again. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be like having Vic all over again.
Yeah,
You know,
facts.
2.0. You know, it's just like wow, bro. You know, I never got a chance to go see Vic because I was glued onto the TV. I ain't want to leave and just watching that
Yeah.
nigga just go crazy.
Mhm.
Seeing him
Yeah.
just glide with his knee like this above the ground just to score a touchdown, bro. Like, man, this dude was magic.
Right.
Yeah, man. I had them Zoom too, bro. Hey, why here? Hold on, man. All right, man. Never mind. But y'all got me reminiscing, man. Hold on, man. Y'all got me reminiscing,
Oh,
man.
man. Now that would be crazy though if he go there. That would be crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
People would not let us get away from those allegations though. They're gonna say we got two of the best running quarterbacks ever. They're gonna start running with that.
Well, I got a question for you guys then, as
Yeah.
Falcons fans. 'Cause
All
I
right,
feel
y'all,
like
just to- Oh, go ahead, round up.
I just want to ask them as Falcon fans real quick, because like I feel like it's pretty consensus for the most part that people agree Lamar Jackson's already better than Michael Vick ever was. I want to know what you guys think
Bro.
about that.
Yo, D-Man, you better not. Yo.
I want to know
better
what
not-
you guys think
You can
about
ask
that.
Trent. You can ask Trent how I feel about that already. He already knows.
JJ think he already knows that Lamar clears. D-Man, get the bias out your heart. Lamar Jackson is way better than Michael Vick. Please don't say Michael Vick better. Like, don't lie, bro. Please, just it's not a conversation, bro.
I'm not even gonna lie, D-Man. If he come to A, bro, and he start turning up doing what he's doing already, you gonna
JJ, he's the same nigga that said
Okay.
Philly Vick was better than Lamar.
wait. You
Check
said
this
that,
out.
D-Man? Come on, fam.
And y'all calling me crazy. Shit.
Let's hear what you gotta say, bro.
I guess because I was used to seeing Vic be like Lamar in Atlanta. When I see him go to Philly, he was really sitting in the pocket and passing the ball. So it was just like, okay, it was different. So that's why I was like, Philly Vic was different.
It's because
this me experiencing Atlanta Vic was just like how Lamar is, running around and had nobody to throw it to but Adrian Crumpler. And who Lamar main target is, the tight end.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you got Brian Finneran. Bro, he don't get no separation. You gotta hit him right on the dime. He had young Ryder Wright that couldn't catch a cold. He started catching better when he got Matt Ryan for some reason, because the ball was just coming like, But that thing, like Vic used to throw it hard like Brett Favre. They used to say he had a strong arm, bro, like a bullet. They said it would come right on you. Jenkins probably did all right with him, but it was just really that Jenkins really ain't that guy with, you know what I'm saying? Option was slim. Bro, soon he said hi, they already back there. He dancing, turn to Barry Sanders, and gone, and for real, that's how it was, bro. That's how it was watching Vic play in Atlanta. Then when he went in Philly, we went with Coach. Coach, offense guru, got him back there passing that motherfucker ball, sending around, throwing them dots to Sean Jackson. Hey.
Like, he was throwing the thing.
Philly Vic was different. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it.
So,
but Lamar Jackson is better, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He is better. He a better version. So
Yeah.
I give you that. It's hard for me to say it, bro, but he's like, damn. He is better though.
Not gonna lie, I used to be the same way.
Damn.
Yeah. So I got a question for all y'all, man. This is the last topic. So everybody don't got Ramsey number one corner, right?
What?
Nobody. He ain't number one.
No, it's
Jalen Ramsey number one.
Yes.
There's only three corners, I think, in the debate for number one. It's Ramsey, Jair, and Pat Surtain. But I do think Jalen Ramsey's still that one spot. If you're going overall, I do think Ramsey's still that one spot.
I'm not in front of y'all. Hey, go ahead and throw a sauce in there, because that's nasty.
I just say,
I don't care what you say. I don't even care what you said.
I don't even care what you said. Hey, just have Trent say top five.
He is shut down. He's automatically just in that.
He is. I just think it's too quick.
Y'all ain't keep It's crazy, man. They ain't keep the same energy with AJ Terrell though. It's crazy.
Who did it?
That's crazy. Y'all ain't keep the same energy with AJ Terrell. Y'all ain't keep the same energy with AJ Terrell last year.
You talking to the wrong nigga right now. You know who I am.
We good though. We good, bro.
Talk to me. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. His rookie season, everyone was ragging on him, right? I said, all right, bro. Y'all niggas are weird. I said, wait till next year. That nigga shut down.
He did.
Clamps.
Hey, what he do to your boy Diggs though?
Who?
AJ Terrell, what he do your boy Diggs though?
Did he not score a touchdown?
What he do your boy Diggs?
He scored on them.
No, he didn't.
I don't give a fuck.
No.
It don't happen though.
No.
Yo, sports talk. Why you doing? I done seen AJ Brown get locked the fuck up.
Hey, no, man.
Bro, all I gotta say is keep that same energy.
Ain't do nothing.
I've seen Stephon Diggs disappear. I've seen Stephon disappear.
But that's not because of Stephon Diggs, though. He's never gotten locked up in the playoffs. Never.
It's mad people talking about AJ Terrell.
Never. You gonna say sports talk? You gonna sit up here and lie? Say the Chiefs locked him up? I want you to lie.
You can't talk about AJ Terrell if you're.
Gabe Davis was eating a shit.
Why you think? Wait, hold on. Why do you think Gabe Davis went crazy? Because of who?
Because they were double covering Stephon.
Triple covering him.
Ding, 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 ding. It wasn't because of
Jamar Chase did the same thing, double covered, except he was actually gaining yards on us.
You said what?
Jamar Chase was double team, triple team too. Guess what he's doing? He's mossing 2-3 guys at a time.
Compare them teams. Jamar Chase has Tyler Boyd and T.
No. What he said is true, but the difference between what you said and what actually happened is that the fact of the matter is he didn't throw to him. He was double. Like he didn't have to.
But that's not locking somebody up. It's not locking somebody up.
And the targets are low. And even in the moments where they were even bracketing him or they were closing in on him, that man still caught the ball. Like bro, like it was rare. It was rare. One-on-one opportunity.
Did AJ get an interception that game? He won. Did he get an interception that game?
You said what?
Did AJ get an interception that game we played Buffalo?
I think so.
Good one.
Yeah, he got a pick.
Amen, bro.
And then they try
Amen.
to throw him a touchdown over there.
Nah, but overall,
Hey,
that boy Uno Nathaniel.
my boy Roundup was already, saying that he was the most disappointing player to him on defense this year. Cool. All I gotta say is stay on that side. Because when he come back, and he go ahead and show, he already go ahead and show why he top 5, why he's strapped.
Hey, I hope he does because I had him top 5 last year. I did.
When Jesse Bates come to the A and come play with Casey Hayward,
he be strapping up.
Trent, go ahead. What's up?
He probably one of the best tacklers outside of Ramsey.
Wait, so you think AJ Brown better than Diggs, right?
Talent wise, no.
No, do you think as a player he's better, or you say you're taking AJ Brown Stephon Diggs?
I think by the end of the next season we'll be talking AJ Brown in that same conversation, if not better.
Taking AJ Brown. So by next year, you're gonna take AJ Brown over Tyreek Hill too.
I'm so worried about Tyreek Hill because he can fall off the edge of a cliff really fucking fast, man. But probably no.
Just say yes. Say yes.
Oh, no.
So
it'll be better.
I wouldn't take Tyreek now. Or I wouldn't take AJ Brown over Tyreek. My bad.
That makes no sense.
This man Warnock say he's not better than Terry either.
It don't make no sense to me, bro, because Diggs is better than Tyreek Hill. So I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm not gonna lie, Trent, you lost me. I'm not gonna lie.
They bring a different set of like with those.
That's debatable. That's debatable, Trent.
It's fine. It can be debatable, but
Diggs and Hill bring such a different aspect. Like it's so different.
Like Diggs is definitely better than Tyreek Hill.
Which one I want? The finesse one? I want the one that's got.
See, and that's where I think it gets. Overrated, man.
Who gets overrated?
And like saying that Diggs is like top 2 or that he's number 1, that's where it loses me.
Top 3 that's overrating him.
Saying that he's top 2,
top 3,
top 3.
Yeah,
I don't think he's top 3.
But is that overrating him?
It's closer to properly rated for sure. Yeah.
Well,
nah, but it's not. That's not crazy. Somebody have Tyreek Hill top 3. What's crazy? Somebody have AJ Brown top 5. Because hell no.
Hey, roundup. I want you to remind everybody. What did they all say to you? What did all these people say to you when you picked the Jags? What did everyone say to you? I don't want none of y'all motherfuckers lying. I don't want none of y'all lying. Y'all all called this motherfucker crazy.
I told you already.
I'm telling you right now, if Stephon Diggs stay the course, next season, it's still going to be no debate.
Well, right now, it doesn't look like Stephon Diggs is staying the course, my guy. Right? I'm not going to lie to you.
Did you see what he did this year?
No, he wants out. He's already talked about wanting out. He's storming out. He's going crazy again.
Even if he wants out, whatever team he's going to go to, he's going to stay the course, bro. With a decent course, he's going to stay the course. Like, he got traded. Josh Allen was fucking garbage before Stephon Diggs got there. And then look at the Bills when he got there. So I don't think it's gonna change if he goes to another team, bro. I don't see it, bro. Like, it just is what it is, bro. Stephon Diggs he's that guy, bro. But AJ Brown.
All right, y'all. That includes the end of the show, man. That includes the end of the show, man. Before I get to everybody ending thoughts, I just want to say if it ain't tomorrow, then next week we'll be doing basketball pod, you know what I'm saying, some basketball episodes. So if anybody want to tune into that, make sure y'all tune into that. Because we got the off season coming in for the NFL and all that type stuff, NBA kicking in, we got the playoffs and stuff. So if it ain't tomorrow, then we'll be back next week with the basketball episodes. So yeah, man. Any last words, everybody?
Stop overrating AJ Brown. It's a travesty.
Oh no, I knew I was gonna walk up on here. I knew that was gonna be bad, man. I knew it was gonna be bad. But at the same time, I mean, sometimes you gotta take a swing for the fence, man. Sometimes you whiff. Sometimes you whiff real bad. Sometimes you hit a homer.
You taking AJ Brown over Cup?
No, he said
with Cup. I'm not rating him. It's the same thing I do for like Tua and Stafford right now because like I'm not doing that.
Hey, bro, hold true to that though, because like I told you, it's nothing wrong with having a hot take. We can see because you never know that junk can hit.
Hey, it's not wrong. Hey, it's nothing wrong with that. But he's wild.
Right now, I get. That's what I'm saying is right now it seems completely wild. I get that. But I'm saying right now, I think that A.J. Brown could be in that conversation where we're talking about him being above Stephon Diggs next year.
Hey, Trent, remember I told you all last year? Oh, you said A.J. Brown ain't top 10.
Because he
Remember
wasn't
that?
last year. Last year he wasn't top 10.
He also
But I
missed
had
4
him at
games, so
top
that you
10.
gotta
I had him
that's
top
kind
10,
of
though.
eh.
I had him top 10, though.
Yeah, that's fine, Ben. But here's the thing: we not about to just overrate the fuck out of him because that's crazy.
I mean,
I
bro,
understand,
you can't say he's
understand.
overrating if he already said what it was. You know what I'm saying?
But top 5?
Nah,
Please.
yeah,
Hey,
top 5.
like I
Wow.
said, who knows? Who knows, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
You
nigga,
know,
I
you got
know.
guys like Devin saying that AJ Terrell not even top 100. You feel me?
I didn't say that. Yo.
All right, go to any last words, man?
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, ATL Sports, you know what I'm saying? We running this thing. You feel me? Jesse Bates went to dinner with Kyle Pitts, Casey Hayward, and AJ Terrell. So y'all watch out. You feel me? Because our secondary finna be locked like usual. You feel me? So any teams that got a problem with us, Jets, y'all not gonna see us. Who else? Who else we playing next year? I'm gonna come back next week with that schedule because we posted it. And just know, none of y'all beating us. No, straight up. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. D-Man?
Man, just follow your boy on TikTok, man. Low Key Sport Podcast. I do debates, so I jump in your live and debate with you. You know what I'm saying? They me just showing love. At the end of the day, I ain't really attacking you, but they me just showing love. You know what I'm saying? Getting your algorithm up and all
For sure,
that
for
stuff.
sure.
But yeah, man. So y'all
For
follow
sure,
your boy,
for sure.
and I appreciate you, man. Just hit me up, man. Let me know
All
when
right.
you doing basketball.
Got you. Nate?
Nah, this was some good ass conversation. Like I said at the beginning, I took a little break from just everything. I mean, I was still making videos, but mentally I just wasn't here as far as content. But I'm glad to be back with y'all. I love doing it. I love being a part of podcasts and stuff. So I hope I can be around some more and talk with y'all, get these good conversations going.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir, Nate.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Sports talk?
Hey, I mean, I know everyone's gonna roast me. You're gonna post this clip, and everyone's gonna roast the shit out of me, and it's fine. It's fine. As as analysts, you got to do that from time to time. Everyone's had takes that were bad. Everyone's had takes that came straight out of left field. I also predicted last year that the Lions would be the biggest turnaround team in the league. Everyone clowned on me for that. Turned out to be right.
Well,
Just saying.
You can argue the Jags though, so I do agree with you on that take. But
it's the Lions, bro. It's the Lions. Like, what are we doing?
That's a fact.
And I said Jared Goff would finish top 12 in the league also.
Hey, all right, you know what? If you said that, that's respect to you. I can't even argue.
And people called me way crazy for that.
That man's top 12. Really, if we going specifically based pushing this season, he could have finished. We could really push the fact that he might be top 10. You know what I'm saying? Specifically talking about this season. But I'm not gonna go that far because got my pushback. You feel me?
Statistically wise, yes, but as far as everything overall, no.
Hey, bro, the games I was watching, that boy looked like he was he looked like Trevor Lawrence without the running. You feel me?
Round up.
Hey man, it was fun. It was definitely fun. And no, Kirk Cousins is not top 10 goated. Come on now.
Oh yeah, no. I probably tell you, yeah, he is.
But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, man. Tomorrow, if it ain't gonna be tomorrow, it'll be next Monday, man. We're gonna start the basketball episodes and get that popping. And yeah, man, it's your boy Ben Brandon from the block. Where you want to call me, man? We out. Peace.